Welcome to Go Hard History, where we uncover stories that shaped the past, influenced the present, and could have altered the future. Today we journey to Southeast Asia, to a small but oil-rich nation, Brunei. We'll explore the 1962 rebellion, a forgotten but pivotal event that shaped Brunei's trajectory. What happened during the revolt? Why did it fail? And how might Brunei and the region look today if the rebellion had succeeded? This is not just a story of rebellion, it's a tale of imperialism, resistance, and a vision for a different Southeast Asia. By the 20th century, Brunei was a tiny sultanate with outsized wealth due to its oil reserves discovered in the 1920s. As a British protectorate, its external affairs and defence were managed by Britain, while the Sultan retained authority over domestic matters. This arrangement provided stability, but bred resentment among those who felt the system served British interests more than the local population. While Brunei's elite reaped the benefits of oil wealth, many Bruneians lived in poverty. Infrastructure development was uneven, and economic opportunities were limited for the majority. Meanwhile, the idea of self-determination was sweeping across the colonized world. Inspiring anti-imperial movements from Africa to Asia came the Malaysian Federation proposal. As Britain prepared to decolonize the region, it proposed the Malaysian Federation, a plan to unite Malaya, Singapore, Sabah, Sarawak, and Brunei. While this federation promised economic and political cohesion, it also risked diluting Brunei's autonomy. Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III hesitated, fearing that joining Malaysia would make Brunei a junior partner in a larger political entity. This uncertainty provided fertile ground for political movements like the Partai Rakyat Brunei, PRB, led by Sheikh A.M. Azahari. The PRB opposed the Malaysian Federation, instead envisioning a North Borneo Federation uniting Brunei, Sabah, and Sarawak. This federation, Azahari argued, would preserve local autonomy while fostering economic and political solidarity. In the early hours of December 8, 1962, the PRB's armed wing, the Tentera Nasional Kalimantan Utara (TNKU), launched coordinated attacks across Brunei, Sarawak, and Sabah. Their aim was clear: overthrow the monarchy, declare Brunei an independent republic, and establish the North Borneo Federation. The TNKU managed to seize police stations, government buildings, and other key locations. They hoped their actions would inspire a broader anti-colonial uprising, drawing support from discontented groups across the region. For a brief moment, it seemed the rebellion might succeed. However, the PRB had underestimated British resolve. As a colonial power, Britain maintained a military presence in the region, including highly trained Gurkha regiments and Royal Marines. Within hours, British forces launched a counter-offensive. The TNKU's lack of organisation and limited resources quickly became apparent. Despite their initial gains, they were no match for Britain's professional military. By December 11th, just 3 days after the rebellion began, British forces had crushed the revolt. Sheikh Azahari fled to Indonesia, where he lived in exile, while Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III declared a state of emergency. This emergency, remarkably, has remained in effect to this day. Why did the rebellion fail? The TNKU was a small, poorly equipped force that lacked the training and logistical support needed to sustain a rebellion. While their initial attacks were bold, they couldn't maintain control of the territories they seized. Although the PRB claimed to represent the people's will, it failed to mobilize widespread support. Many Bruneians, while discontented with British influence, were wary of radical change and valued the stability provided by the monarchy. Britain's ability to respond quickly and decisively was the decisive factor. The deployment of Gurkhas and Royal Marines ensured that the rebellion could not spread or gain momentum. The aftermath: Brunei's path forward. The failure of the rebellion solidified Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III's position. He used the rebellion as a justification to strengthen the monarchy's authority and suppress political opposition. The PRB was outlawed and political parties were effectively banned. Crucially, the rebellion also influenced Brunei's decision not to join Malaysia. Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III saw the rebellion as a sign of the risks associated with external entanglements. Instead, Brunei remained a British protectorate until it achieved full independence in 1984. Today, Brunei is one of the wealthiest nations in the world, thanks to its oil and gas reserves. However, it remains an absolute monarchy with limited political freedoms. What if the rebellion succeeded? Had the PRB succeeded, Brunei would likely have become the nucleus of a North Borneo Federation, uniting Brunei, Sabah and Sarawak. Sheikh Azahari's vision included a socialist-leaning government that redistributed wealth more equitably. Brunei's oil wealth, instead of being concentrated in the hands of the monarchy and elite, might have been used to fund education, healthcare and infrastructure across the Federation. Sabah and Sarawak, which have historically been underdeveloped, could have seen significant economic and social progress. A united North Borneo Federation could have emerged as a significant political and economic player in Southeast Asia, with a population larger than Brunei's alone and a diversified resource base. It might have rivaled Malaysia and Singapore in regional influence. Under Azahari's leadership, the Federation might have aligned with Indonesia's Sukarno, who was also pursuing an anti-colonial socialist agenda. This alignment could have created a new political bloc, challenging Western influence in the region. Challenges and risks. While a North Borneo Federation had potential, it would also have faced challenges. Sabah, Sarawak and Brunei have distinct ethnic, cultural and religious identities. Balancing these differences would have required exceptional leadership and diplomacy. The Federation's socialist orientation could have drawn the attention of Cold War powers. The US and its allies might have viewed it as a potential ally of the Soviet Union, leading to intervention or destabilization efforts. While Brunei's oil wealth could have supported the Federation initially, long-term success would have required diversification. The Federation would have needed to develop industries beyond oil and establish a stable governance structure. The 1962 Brunei Rebellion is more than a historical footnote. It's a window into a moment when the trajectory of Southeast Asia could have shifted dramatically. It's a story of ambition, resistance, and the enduring complexities of empire and independence. Had the rebellion succeeded, the region might look very different today. Brunei could have been the heart of a socialist federation, challenging the dominance of Malaysia and forging new alliances. But as history shows, revolutions are rarely simple, and success would have brought its own set of challenges. What do you think? Would a North Borneo Federation have been a force for good, or a fragile experiment doomed to fail? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories that explore the crossroads of history.